right, I'll kick it off. I just want to say
Ryan
thank you to
Pose,
my
the
staff.
chef.
Really successful night, but a lot of countless hours. Travel go into getting players like this on our team. Want to thank our coaches for the partnership that we have, the alignment,
Man, I wish it
really
was
good
louder. What
partnership
the
in
fuck
terms
is
of
YouTube
getting
doing?
all the
Audio.
draft prep done and the players lined up on our board, which is great. And then lastly, just want to thank Kevin and George
It's
for the
probably like
resources
the
that they put
YouTube
into
that's low.
this that allow
Nah,
us
everything's
to
up.
do this job at a high level.
The last video was higher
So
than this one, but that's
really
just how
excited.
YouTube is sometimes.
If you told me we would end up with both Caleb and Rome weeks ago, I would have said you were crazy.
Maybe I could turn up the stream
But
lab.
they were two guys that obviously we were really excited to have.
But I don't want to fuck up the
Not
sound.
only are they really good players, but really good people as well that are going to continue to enhance our locker room and our team moving forward. So I'll open up to questions.
And when did you know that Caleb was going to be the answer for you guys, the direction you're going to go at quarterback?
Yeah, it's kind of two parts. Like when you watch the tape, it was easy to see the talent and wanted him on our team. But it was all about going through the process. So once we got through the 30 visit and spent time with him, got him with some of the guys on our team, he kind of felt good about the person, culture fit. Knew at that point that he was going to help us, and we were ready to go.
Ryan, you guys had three breakout groups to determine receiver, tackle.
You know who won that competition.
I know now. Right, so I asked you the other day about, if you had an opportunity to pick, I don't know where Rome was on your personal board, but I said if you had the opportunity to pick the third receiver or maybe the top edge, top D tackle, how would you kind of go about that process? What made receiver be ultimately the answer for you?
He's the
I go
best
back
player on the
one
board.
step. It wasn't so much like a specific position group. The players, like I told you the other day, Ian and I sequenced the board out all the way across, and Rome was extremely high on that list. That's why I was nervous that he wasn't going to be there at 9. Our simulations, it was about a 50-50 shot if he was going to be there. But as it started to unfold, Ian had to hold me back from not trying to trade up and do something crazy to get him. But it ended up working out really well.
What was your knowledge on the front? I'm sorry. What was your knowledge on the front end of the workout that they had with Rome and Caleb with having DJ and Keenan out there?
Yeah, I found out maybe was it 2 days ago that popped out, and I thought it was pretty cool. Still at that point, I was nervous that wasn't gonna be able to work out, or we'd have to do something to make that work out. So when I found that out, it was cool, and obviously now that group's worked together, which is good.
Ryan, we
With
talked
Caleb,
to
you see all the talent. That's obvious. You see what he brings to the table. On your end, how do you make sure that the Bears get this right?
That's a great question. One, the infrastructure has to be there, and I think we've done that part to have the talent around
Oh, our offense
our
is
quarterback
stacked.
now. I think the other thing
Our
is
offense
it's
is
going to be
fucking stacked.
our entire organization is going to have to be on the same page on how we handle this, how we develop Caleb. But I'll also say that it's I think we have a really good approach with all of the players, and I think that's different than maybe it was in the past. The way that we take it really serious in terms of the development from a nutritional standpoint to performance, to mental skills, to how our coaches teach. Like I think we've made some really good strides there, but it's going to take everybody, and everyone's got to be on the same page. We got to adjust to strengths and weaknesses that the player has.
Ryan. Caleb said, I asked him a question about the Bears' history of quarterback and how it hasn't gone well. He said he had questions for you guys, and you guys were very.
Hey, Boxes 713. Hey, you from H Town, bro? You from H Town? What's up, man? But yeah, Caleb fantasy wise, bro, I see 4,000 yards, 40 plus tutties. Yeah, I'm out here in Houston, bro. That's what's up, man. But shit. Caleb gonna be one of, like I say, I would take Caleb over a wide receiver from Chicago because I don't know exactly where he gonna distribute the ball. But yeah, Caleb Williams definitely top five QBs in fantasy next year. Easy.
Explain
With
things
all those weapons, how can he not, bro?
to him. What were those conversations like?
I think you just kind of wanted to get a
What wide receiver room besides Cincinnati is more stacked than the Bears? With DeAndre Swift back there. with the tight ends that they have, Cole Kmet and Gerald Everett. What? Hey, Caleb Williams may be the first quarterback off the board in
Get a
fantasy.
feel for
Shit.
everybody in the organization. What were we about in terms of like what's our direction? What's our north star? How are we going to get there? And I think through our actions, we've shown that. And you know, history's the history. Like I'm kind of done talking about it. Like we go back so much all the time, and those days are over.
It's a new
So
era,
we're
baby.
bringing players in here that want to really just change everything up and do things a different way. Obviously, we love our history here, but it hasn't been smooth recently, and it's time to change. So I feel like we got to stop going back all the time.
Ryan, what are the specific aspects of Rome's skill set that he was the number one?
Hey, if he go 12th, then that's a steal, dog. That's a steal. I'm a Bears fan, so I'm gonna definitely be looking. Oh yeah, for sure. That means you can load up on, better positions. Like you can draft a quarterback late. You know what I'm saying? If that's how it is. But I think because there's so much hype around the Bears, and I know historically a lot of people don't have a lot of faith in the Bears. But when you look at what he has to work with, I know he's a rookie, but CJ Stroud was a rookie, bro, and he put up some crazy numbers. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm excited for fantasy football too, man.
Receiver for you guys, and that just really was a pull for you.
Man, I don't know where to start with that guy.
No.
That he was the number one specific.
I feel like we got to stop going back all the time.
Ryan, what are the specific aspects of Rome's skill set that he was the number one receiver for you guys, and that just really was a pull for you?
Man, I don't know where to start with that guy. First of all, human being, what a great guy. Work ethic.
Well, I don't think Caleb would run more because, like I said, he got weapons. You know what I'm saying? The Bears' offensive line is a whole lot better than what a lot of people think. Um, the tackle that we got in the third round, I think he's pretty decent. Um, I don't see no reasons why he should run a lot. If a play breaks down, he could scramble around in the backfield like he did in college, but I think he'll find somebody open. I think if Keenan Allen, not the like Keenan Allen, like come on now, if he not open the first read, you got DJ Moore who's a fucking pro, and Rome who's gonna get open. He can like 1-on-1 contested balls. That's him. Yeah, I know, and yeah, scrambling. I mean, but that's I hope one thing that Shane Waldron and the Bears can instill in him is this not college, bro. That's one of my biggest things about Caleb. I wanted to keep Justin Fields actually. Keep Justin Fields, draft Marvin Harrison Jr. number at high, and then take a pass rusher like Dallas Turner or Latu. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted at first. But hopefully the coaching staff would tell this dude like, hey bro, that scrambling stuff, all that stuff, it ain't gonna work. This ain't college, bro. This the pros. You know what I'm saying? So with all the weapons around him, I think that, and he's shown a little bit in his pro day that he can from the pocket do some work. So hopefully he gets coached well. That's all come down to coaching. Hopefully he gets coached well and he put them yards up. 4,000 plus passing yards. 30 plus
Just blue collar on
touchdowns.
the way he goes about things. But as a receiver, he can line anywhere, inside, outside. You love his ability to finish in
Think
contested
about the offensive
situations.
coordinator Shane Waldron. How much scrambling did Geno Smith do when he had DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett? You know what I'm saying?
Plays strong, plays big. Run after catch is very good. He's a punt returner as well. Um, I mean, the kid's just put time in and got better and better every single year, and he's a winner. Can impact the game at any moment.
Nah, man. Just 30 throwing the ball. 30 throwing the ball. I say, look, get DJ Moore double digits touchdowns. Give Cole Kmet like 5. It's very tough for Rick. Wait, how much let's see how much CJ Stroud had. Hold on, wait. Oh, I'm ordering my bear shit. For Twitter. Shit. Yeah, Herbert had Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. Let's see his stats. Oh, he had 23. My boy had, wait, let me zoom in a little bit. CJ Stroud, his rookie year, 100 QB. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, his first year with the Texans, 41,000 yards and 23. And remember, his receivers got hurt. I think he lost Tank Dell for the season. And he was just left with what's it called it? What's the boy name? They top receiver, bro, boy Cole. But yeah, so he's 7 touchdowns off. The Bears have 3 cold receivers, 2 hold on, wait, let me see.
I'm getting on pretty
You
slow.
right, Justin Herbert, G. Yeah, Justin Herbert, 31 tutties. He was the last one in 2020, the COVID year. Nobody got close. So hey man, come on. If look, all I heard in the case of trading away Justin Fields and getting Caleb Williams is Caleb Williams is a generational talent, blase, blase, whoop wop. So if that's the case, then 30 touchdowns is expected. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm expecting as a Bears fan. Like y'all told me this dude was enough to give away. Like I say Marvin Harrison Jr. in a pass rusher as compared to a rookie quarterback, which is understandable. Reset the cap space. The Bears is gonna be set up good for the next 5 years. You know what I'm saying? But Caleb Williams is supposed to be the generational talent. Show me generational stats, bro. Like I want to see that shit.
If you're a quarterback and you're in doubt, and you want to just go give a guy an opportunity to go finish.
Expectations is up here.
He's your guy. He's done that consistently.
Ryan, after 9, what was the rest of the night like for you guys? Was there any talk of maybe even trying to get back into the first round for a third pick? What was the rest of the night like after the 9th pick?
Keith, bro, you don't understand. Bro. I'm
Every
so
year
fucking
there's like
excited,
that
bro.
feeling around
I'm
like
so
the
fucking-
teens or
I'm so
20s.
fucking
You're like,
excited.
maybe
I
we'll
know.
get back.
And you know the Bears play the Texans, right?
We would just do damage
When?
to ourselves.
This season in Houston, nigga, we going,
Bro,
bro.
they about to get their ass
We
whooped.
going, nah, hell nah,
Yeah,
we going. Since
Really
you
do
said
that,
that shit, we
so,
going, bro. We
Just kind
motherfuckers
of took it
going.
all in,
Yeah,
patient,
nah, bro,
kind
that's
of
gonna be cool.
talk
That's
about
gonna
our
be cool. I ain't
evaluations,
gonna-
look forward for tomorrow and see how that's going to play out, what positions are going to go, what opportunities we're going to have.
Ryan, for all that's gone.
Yeah, Texans got a tough schedule
Were you getting calls for number
because
9?
they fucking
Yeah, there's a bunch
went
of
hard
calls.
last
We
year.
made calls. I think that's just kind of standard practice. Everyone just kind of get a feel for where everybody's at for this year and what it would take. There's like that the night. Like, is there any talk consistently?
Ryan, after 9, what was the rest of the night like for you guys? Was there any talk of maybe even trying to get back into the first round for a third pick? What was the rest of the night like after the 9th pick?
One thing I will say about the Texans though, who fucking with them in the AFC South? I think AR-15 when he come back, Anthony Richardson, I think he gonna be a beast. He got hurt last year. You got the Titans. Y'all worry about Levis? And who else? The Jaguar. Hey, the Jaguars. They defense pretty nice, and they drafted who did the Jaguars draft that I like? I think they got a good pick. Brian Robinson Jr., bro. How the fuck did they get Brian Robinson Jr., bro? That's crazy. But yeah, the Texans are in a good position. I think the Texans are a top team in the NFL regardless of schedule.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? So their team is just built like that. And with the defensive minded head coach that they got, even though they missing they defense, they pass rush is nasty. The Jaguars from the last place in the division. Then with the yeah, the
This shit
division
about
is
to take a
y'all.
minute.
Division is y'all's. Ain't much to worry about there. Once you get into the you punch your ticket to the postseason, bro, anything can happen. I mean the Texans, who they lose? They lost to Baltimore, right? I think I watched that game. They lost to Baltimore, yeah. They'll be back. Texans will be back for sure.
Every year there's like that feeling around like the teens or 20s. You're like, maybe we would get back in, but then you start looking at what it would take, and that we would just
Yeah,
do damage
yeah,
to
I
ourselves.
seen that. The Colts
For this year and
made
for
some moves
next year. We
too.
don't have a ton of draft capital this year to even really do that. So we just kind of took it all in, patient, kind of talked about our evaluations, look forward for tomorrow and see how that's going to play out, what positions are going to go, what opportunities we're going to have.
Ryan, for all that's gone.
Calls for number 9? Were you getting calls for number 9?
Yeah, there was a bunch of calls. We made calls. I think that's just kind of standard practice. Everyone just kind of get a feel for where everybody's at, but nothing like crazy.
Brian,
I know
so-
you had a different
Give me one
perspective
second,
when you
Brian.
watched Caleb in 2023. But I'm curious whether it was Oklahoma or his Heisman year. Did you happen to catch a game of his, or remember kind of the first time he caught your eye?
I was watching that
Didn't they trade out the
Texas
first?
Oklahoma game for sure, and it was like, who?
I think
who
they
is
gave
this
up a
kid?
first to give to
Some
Minnesota.
of those throws were ridiculous.
Like
and
when
kinda track
like
players
certain
is-
moves the Texans made in the offseason. Yeah, they got the dude from what the fuck did I just do? They got the dude from Minnesota, right? The pass rusher from Minnesota. They got him. They got Stephon Diggs. What more they need? What more do they? I mean, man. I mean, what else do they need? Danielle Hunter, that's the name. Danielle Hunter. Like they got bro ass like
you go long
man. And I wanted Danielle Hunter too. The Bears. Only thing I would say the Bears missing right now, even though their defense was good, I got him looking crazy.
to go.
They have the Bears need a pass rush, bro.
You saw the talent.
Right, for all that's gone into this quarterback decision and leading up to this point, what's the feeling like for you to be at the finish line and to have Caleb as your quarterback?
Finish line of the process.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels great. It's a guy that has all the tools, but it's gonna take hard work. It's gonna
Bears
take
secondary
being
is
with
stacked.
his teammates.
The Bears secondary is stacked.
there's a
They
long road
linebacker
ahead,
core is good.
to
It's that
develop
front pressure.
the places
And I'm
where
a Bears fan, bro. Like I'm older than I probably look, bro. But I remember that old school Bears defense pressure with four and defense sit back and hawk the ball all day. Peanut Tillman, soon as the ball gets caught, everybody come in and I'm from that era of the Bears, bro. So that's what I really wanted. But I'm not mad at the Adunze pick at 9. But a pass rusher would have been welcome. But we got draft capital next year. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have cap room next year for sure. If the Bears can go crazy on offense this year, and like let's say the Bears don't get to where we want to get to, postseason a bust for me. But if we don't win a Super Bowl, then or go deep in the playoffs like we want, and our defense is the glaring aspect, what we gonna showcase with our offense is we gonna attract people to come to the defense, to come play defense in Chicago. So if there's any free agents next season, we gonna spend that bread. You know what I'm saying? With the draft picks, we gonna retool on the defense. Like this year, what the Bears is doing is something I haven't seen the Bears do in my entire life as a Bears fan, bro. And that's simply build around the fucking quarterback, dog. Like set the quarterback up for success. Once we show the offense capabilities, the defense gonna come together.
it needs to
I'm
needs to develop to
excited,
win
boy.
games and bring a championship here. But the beautiful thing is we have the right people here. We have the right teammates.
Hey, make sure you
That's
follow
really
too,
good.
bro. And if you got
Brian,
follow
turned
me
out,
on
how
here,
many
and if you
quarterbacks
got
in this class
Discord,
were
bro,
worth starting
like join
over
the
with a
Discord
rookie as
throughout the
opposed to
season, bro.
keeping
I'm gonna be
Justin?
doing more content like this, man.
Can you say that again for me? Sorry.
How many quarterbacks in this
Bears,
class
Texans, my
in your
homeboy
mind were
Washington
worth
fan. I got
starting
niggas
over
the
with a
Giants
rookie
fans,
as
Saints
opposed to
fans,
keeping
like you
Justin?
know what I'm saying. We gonna be in here talking shit.
I didn't even get down. Like I didn't even think that way. It was Caleb and obviously we watched the other players. But
Man,
decided on
except for
Caleb.
the Falcons,
Ryan,
man.
what did you
Brian,
like to-
The Falcons
what
ain't
has
got
that journey
no
been
hope,
like
bro.
for you from
They hope got shut down after the
2022
first round,
to
bro.
the group you have now, where the
How
group
you pay
inherited?
how you
and
pay Kirk Cousins $180 million and then you go draft a rookie quarterback, bro? You could have got Justin Fields for less than that, nigga. It is
some of the pitfalls along the
whatever.
way
I'm
to
not a
end up
Falcons
with
fan,
what you have
bro.
now?
Yeah, I'm pumped. We've done good work. We've brought again. It's one thing to bring talent in, but it's another to bring talent that like they're good people, and they're great teammates. I mean, the stuff that these guys have been doing over the last
Club Dub gonna go crazy,
few
bro.
weeks is incredible. Just seeing how close everybody is.
And I don't even care
Um,
he paint his nails,
But
bro.
yeah,
It's all
we
good.
were looking today just what the roster looks
It's all
like.
good. That mean he different.
It's been a journey. I know it hasn't been that many years, but it feels like it's been a lot of years. So we've done good work. But obviously, like I said the other day, we got to win.
Ryan, how would you
Who the hell
say
painted their nails?
Caleb and Shane have hit it
I'm not
off?
quarterback, bro.
And
Caleb
what was
Williams,
his
dog.
involvement
Oh
in,
wow,
you
y'all
know,
definitely
obviously
losing.
seems like
You
it's
might
an
as well
easy
quit.
decision for you,
You might
but
as
who
well quit.
specifically is gonna be directing him on
Give
what
it
to
up.
do?
Yeah.
Nah, when I was
That
making
nigga
my
gonna be
case for
like,
Justin.
you threw the
to
ball
see,
too hard. You broke my nail.
Nah, you know, when you throw the ball, you need that
that
you need
they've
that
done
flick of the wrist, you know what I'm
over
saying?
the
You need
last
that
few weeks.
and he
Just
got
getting
it,
to
bro.
know each
Like,
other,
man.
to talk ball. So that
I
rush
mean,
had to
that's
be there, and that was
the nail paint and shit. Like I mean,
Right,
Dennis
that's
Rodman.
Now that the first round is over,
Dennis
sure there are some
Rodman.
guys that you thought
Dennis Rodman used to wear dresses and shit. Dennis Rodman married himself. Dennis Rodman used to paint his nails. Dennis Rodman, and I'm a Bulls fan too, bro. But Dennis Rodman was that dude in the '90s, and he helped Chicago win championships. If this dude gonna paint his goddamn nails, and he throwing spirals in the end zone for touchdowns,
Bro,
hey,
my
bro,
next
come on.
video is going to be about the correlation between cross-dressing and Chicago sports.
And I'm gonna make a counter video about the Astros and how they fucking cheat to win championships and shit. How you like me now, nigga? Or I'm gonna just paint you as a homophobe, bro. It doesn't matter, bro. We winning, bro. We winning. We winning, dog. Let that man paint his nails, bro. Like I usually
Oh
don't.
man.
I mean, I usually have
Oh my god, bro.
I have hard opinions on dudes that paint their nails and shit like that, but not my
That's
starting
funny.
quarterback, baby. That's what he wanna do. It's a free country, man. Let him paint his nails, bro. Jaden Daniels, Brandon back in the chat. What's up, baby? Let's talk
That's
about
funny
them
as shit.
Commanders, bro.
maybe would have went in that
Who's y'all pick? Who was y'all second? What was y'all draft? Who was everybody y'all pick? What positions and everything, bro?
slid out of that first round. You often talk about flexibility. You guys got 2 seconds next year that give you some flexibility to maybe see what's available. So would have went in the first round. And so now that the first round is over, I'm sure there are some guys that you thought maybe would have went in that they've slid out of that first round. You often talk about flexibility. You guys got 2 seconds next year that give you some flexibility to maybe see what's available in terms of moving up tomorrow.
Potentially. We'll see what the numbers look like. And just kind of gauge if that's something we need to do.
Is this
Right.
a good feeling for you to
He
have
already
just
said he
the
good.
the 4 picks, just having had double-digit picks? I think you had 10 last year, 11 the previous year, and now 4. Does it feel empty at all? Like, I mean, I know that you're happy with what you did in
We
the
good.
offseason and what you did with those picks, but it's got to feel strange to only have 4 picks.
With 1 and 9, it doesn't feel that strange. It'll feel strange after the 4th round. Tomorrow, I'll probably just go get a workout or something.
Brian, you said earlier about
They
not
might
wanting to
trade
do
into
some
the
crazy
fourth
and
and
moving
fifth.
up. I mean, when did you
Yeah.
get the sense this evening that Rome was gonna be there at 9? Were there nerves up there thinking the dominoes were starting to fall the right way for you guys?
Yeah, there was definitely nerves. There was a couple moves ahead of us. And then what we do, our pro staff does a really good job just identifying needs of different teams. Our analytics team puts kind of percentages of where guys can go. So we really tapped into that. And,
Trying to keep it up.
once we got to like 7, we started feeling pretty good that he might make it.
Was there one pick there that made you feel like he was gonna fall your way, like something happened before you?
Not specifically, no.
Well, the Atlanta pick though, I mean, is that
The Atlanta pick.
how you were expecting it?
Well, let me see his face. The Atlanta pick.
Not specifically, no.
The Atlanta. What the fuck was
pick,
Atlanta
though,
doing?
I mean, is that how you were expecting it?
The Atlanta pick. He like,
I'm
whoop.
just happy it worked out that way.
Brian, how do you project Caleb's
I was
intuition
I was
for
thinking
position?
Atlanta
You know,
going
his
I was thinking Atlanta gonna draft a pass rusher or a wide receiver. I thought they was gonna take a Dunze. When they said Michael Penix, I was like, what?
instinct, like, sensing the blitz and manipulating defenses and just kind of willing a team over the finish line. How important is that to you, and how do you project that for a guy like him?
Yeah, the instincts are for any position are so important. We oftentimes look at things that you can coach and you can't coach. And when you have the things you can't coach and we can develop the other parts of it, you feel good about it. So he's got special instincts, awareness, especially in the pocket, to manipulate the pocket, get in and out of the pocket. Spatial feel for space is special. That's his special sauce. And then once we kind of speed things up and start to identify different coverages, and he's got to, there's an adjustment to an NFL offense that he's got to go through as well. So we're
That's to your point, Box, is what you said earlier. Like he like to scramble and shit like that. He gotta adjust to that shit. He got good pocket awareness, but he got He gotta adjust to it. He gotta read the defenses better. He gotta look down, look to make plays. Justin Fields had to do a lot with his legs because he didn't have the weapons that Caleb Williams had. Caleb Williams has more weapons than Justin Fields had. So Justin Fields' first instincts used to be to run until last season when they tried to tell him to be a pocket passer. They should have had. We would have won more games, been controlled the clock a lot better in games that we lost when we had the lead. If Justin Fields would have used his legs on like second and long or like third and you know what I'm saying? Like set it up a little better for the Bears. But Caleb Williams shouldn't have that issue with scrambling too much because he has too many weapons. You can instead of risking your health as a quarterback and maybe like 5-10 yards on the play, you can scramble around, look down for you got playmakers. Put the ball in the hand of playmakers and make them turn which a 5-10 yard scramble into a 20-yard catch and run or a 50-yard catch and run, man.
We're really excited to work with the tools that he has.
Coaching,
Right.
the
When
tools
you
that he
zeroed in
has.
on how Caleb operates in the clutch, what kind of stood out to you in big moments?
Yeah, you look for poise, guys that the game kind of slows down for them in those critical moments, that they're capable of, making those special throws when you need them the most, especially down the stretch. That clutch part's really, really, really good. And you need that to win games. For how many close games we have in this league, you got to have guys that can finish, especially in like 2-minute drills and things like that.
What about just how he faced adversity? I know last year wasn't always easy for him.
Yeah, we had conversations about that, and I think it's the best thing that could have happened to him because you're going to have that in the NFL. You're going to have the down weeks, months, and you're going to have to find a way to get through them. You're going to have to tap into the different resources to get through them and get back to playing at a high standard. So I think going through that adversity helped him to continue to really find his edge, but also to recover when things don't go well.
Kind of going back to Jason's question about the journey of the receiver room. Where do you think along your
Okay,
own
what
journey
do
you
the
learned
what
to
do
kind of-
the experts have to say, bro?
Chair chomper, that sucks.
In Pose we
Fleas and
trust. Shout out
ticks
to
suck
Ryan
too.
Pose, man.
Seresto can help with this one. The #1
Ryan
recommended
Pace,
flea
our
and tick
last
collar
GM, was
for
a
8
fucking
continuous
dumbass.
months.
How
Stop
the
sucking
fuck you
with
trade up to get
Seresto.
Mitchell Trubisky and pass up on Patrick Mahomes? Fuck him
Braden
forever,
has
bro.
amazed me.
God damn.
He's so
So as expected, the Bears took Caleb Williams first overall. Then at 9, the Bears took Rome Odunze to add to Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. So Keyshawn.
And
now
Keenan
what do you
Allen
expect
injury
from
prone. You know
Caleb
his
in his
hamstrings
rookie
ain't
year?
always good, so you need.
You know, it's
Rome
just
Odunze.
interesting. I look at what they put together for Caleb, which is amazing. They couldn't put this together for Justin Fields. You say, what do I expect? I expect for him to go in there. They got a nice nucleus on the offensive side of the ball. We talk about DJ Moore and now Rome Odunze and Keenan Allen. You talk about the running back in DeAndre Swift. There's pieces in
Don't forget
place
the tight ends, baby.
where he doesn't have to try and win the game like he did at USC. He can
This
just
ain't
learn the
college, baby.
system and play quarterback and get the football to guys that are veterans that understand how to do some things. And it'll be easy for him. Most quarterbacks, as Michael said earlier, you don't land in this position as the #1 overall pick. You usually go to a team.
Think about where Jaden Daniels going. Brandon, I ain't trying to talk down. I'm just saying. Jaden Daniels ain't going to a situation like Caleb going. Bo Nix, JJ McCarthy, Drake May, Michael Penix. Them niggas ain't going to the same situation.
Team
It ain't the
that
same
is
shit.
sorry as hell the year before.
See Bryce Young.
Yeah, see Bryce Young, see Michael Irvin, see Keyshawn Johnson.
There you go.
Bad football teams is why you become the #1 guy overall.
Malik
Now,
Neighbors got to be sick
that's
here
not
in
the
New York,
case.
bro.
That's not the case with the Bears. Now here's
Because it was Carolina's pick.
It was Carolina's
Yeah,
pick.
okay.
So he
Ryan Poles
almost
magic.
essentially
More
landed
Ryan Poles magic.
in the middle of the draft, so to speak. Because what did they win? 7 games last year?
They got hot at the end.
Yeah. So this is like the middle of the draft, the sweet spot for a quarterback to go into.
So much is in that.
And so now you say, well, can they do something within the division? The division got Jordan Love.
Fuck him.
They've got Sam Darnold as of now, who by far this is the best weapons that he's had in his entire career as a starting quarterback.
J.J. McCarthy,
And,
one or the
and,
other.
and
Yeah.
it'll probably be Sam and J.J. will
Okay.
probably sit tight. And then you got Caleb, and then you got Jared Goff. So can the Chicago Bears somehow squeeze in between Detroit and Green Bay? Can they?
Or just get in that realm.
Defensively,
What you mean? We was right there
their
last
defensive
year.
line is not good. Okay, they got
That's a
Sweat's
fact.
the only guy. On the back
He
end,
did
Shout out
make
Washington.
the Pro Bowl.
yeah, but he's the only guy.
You know?
On the back end, Jalen Johnson at
Well,
the corner
you
position.
know him well.
And so when you start to look at the makeup of the team, you say to yourself, Tremaine Edmonds, okay, I got that, but who else?
T.J.
is there
Edwards, nigga, what you playing with?
defensively
Jack Sanborn.
that
quit
will
playing
allow
with
them to
us,
get
nigga.
to them other three quarterbacks that I'm talking about?
Oh, okay.
Who's going to get to the
the
Minnesota QB? Who's going to get to Detroit? Who's going to stop Jordan Love?
Yep.
When you look at these other divisions that got these quarterbacks in it, look at their defensive lines. They got dudes that got to go get guys. You know, when you talk about the Raiders, they know that they got to go get Patrick Mahomes. They went and spent big money to go get Patrick Mahomes. The Max Crosby's are there. Wilkins is there for Miami now. So you start to say to yourself, can they be that third team in this division this year? I think so. I don't think they're as good as Detroit, and I don't think they're as good as a young Green Bay team.
We almost beat Detroit twice last. Come
Who
on,
beat
man.
you at the half 27-0 in Dallas
on,
in his
man.
first trip to the playoffs. Just wanted to mention that.
Don't trigger
His
me
first
right
trip
now,
to the
I'm about to
playoffs.
look.
Chicago right now sitting at third in the division for me.
Yep. Okay.
But arrows pointing all
Clip
the way
that.
up.
Oh,
Clip that.
Hey,
Pointing
depend on
all the way up.
what they do from a coaching standpoint, because I don't know what that is. I don't know what the coaching staff is.
Boy, come on.
Right. Now,
Eberflus is
Now-
a genius on defense. Shane
when we
Waldron
were
is a
earlier,
chef on offense.
he was playing this little meme, and what was it? You know the scene
scientist
from
and the
Training
chef.
Day,
Training Day.
where Denzel Washington, you know what I mean, messing with the guy. And on the top of it, it says, what
Skip
Justin
Branson.
Fields is saying to the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
I see what you doing here.
Yeah, I
You
know. Yeah, that's kind of
because
fucked up.
That was the old banana that
But why that boy like he been smoking? But for real though, that is kind of fucked up. Justin Fields, so much talent, man. He was set up for failure, or not set up for failure, but he was drafted like by the former regime. That's not Ryan Pace's fault. Give Ryan Pace the keys. I don't think Justin Fields would have had the career that he had in Chicago. Now I wish bro the best. I think Pittsburgh. But Mike right here.
tailpipe right there.
Yep.
Justin Fields came in. In 2021, his starting receiver was Moody, commit. 35 receptions for Moody, 32 for commit. 2022, commit 41, Moody 40 receptions. In 23 last year, DJ Moore with Fields had 1,100 yards, right? DJ Moore
He had 13.
had total 1,300 yards. He finally got him a real receiver, and you started finally seeing some real progress. And then he snatched everything and brought in Caleb Williams.
It's business.
Now, they have given this young man everything he needs to succeed.
Everything.
Let me tell you why that's so important. The whole breakdown of playing the position of quarterback is phenomenal. And it's why I always say you never go after the quarterback. They have so much going on in their minds. They got to think about what everybody's on the football field, all 22. They know what all 21 guys, including themselves, that's why we say all 22, is supposed to do. They have to know it. Not only know exactly what you're supposed to do, after I know what everybody's going to do, I got to sit back and read the coverage. If it's cover 3 guys off, I may have one route. If it's press
That's why they
man,
get
I have
paid a
another
lot of
route.
money, more money than any
If it's a
position, nigga.
lightning,
That's
which
their
is a
job.
strong safety blitz, you're going to convert his route. If it's a zero coverage with no safety, then they convert route. You got to know all of this stuff. It's so much. And then if you do get through it all and you get ready to release the football after making all of those reads and that joker ain't open and now you're running around like Justin Fields was, where Everybody in the stands is saying he's not the guy. They don't know that Joker couldn't get open. That was the importance of it. That Joker wasn't open. And he can't
That's
come up
all
there
I
and say,
was
man, I did
saying,
all
bro.
my right.
Everything about Justin Fields' game, they talk about, so, oh, he held the ball too long. He take too long to progress. You could say the same thing about Caleb Williams as to why the fuck he's scrambling around so much. Justin Fields, if you watch the tape, the receivers couldn't get open, bro. That was my biggest thing about Justin. He's not holding the ball too long. He can't process. He could process the reads. Read 1 ain't open. Read 2 ain't open. Read 3 ain't open. They telling me not to run. So what the fuck do I look crazy out here? Like they set my bro up for failure.
That Joker didn't get open. He can't say that. So now he looks bad. And then he starts losing confidence because everybody's talking about him in the whole city.
There's gonna be a 30 for 30 on Justin Fields' career, man. I hope he is that dude in Pittsburgh, man. I hope he is, because he deserves better.
You got a DJ Moore.
Yep.
And you got a Rome Rome out here. And then you got a Keenan Allen. You're going to have people outside taking the top off coverages. And you got time, if you're Caleb Williams,
We still
to
got
play the
Khalil Herbert and
same
Roshan
game
Johnson behind
that
DeAndre
Patrick
Swift. bro.
Mahomes
Fucking
plays
good.
with Travis Kelce. You got the whole football field. You can play that with Keenan Allen. It's incredible, and it's incredible for the development of Caleb Williams. They have
QB1 in fantasy, I'm calling out. Caleb Williams going to be QB1 in fantasy. Boy.
done everything right with this young man. And like Denzel Washington said in that scene,
I see what y'all doing.
I see what y'all doing. Y'all dirty, man. Y'all got me with that one right there because they set him up perfectly for success.
Different regime. You can't put that on pause.
Navan's business travel platform?
That's pacing them.
It completely ruined my life. You see, I've
Matt
been in the great
Nagy,
policy force for over.
Okay. This is a beautiful situation that I can argue is the best situation any first overall pick quarterback has ever fallen into, ever, because you went through it with Troy. That was rough, man. And not only was it rough, but Jimmy went out and drafted in the supplemental draft another first overall pick quarterback in Steve Walsh that had won a national championship with Jimmy at Miami. So it was a rough start for Troy.
Right.
With not a lot of talent around him. And you were hurt and right away?
Got hurt in the knee.
Yep. Okay. So this is beautiful. I think Caleb has it. And I don't think he'll be afraid of these moments. And he should drop to his knees tonight and thank God for this. Because listen, you can get stuck as Bryce Young did. I'm still a Bryce fan. You're down on him, but he got stuck in a pathetic situation, a can't win situation. And Caleb's exactly the opposite. You said middle of the first round. I mean, this feels like bottom of the first round kind of material. Where
I mean, it ain't the number 1 overall pick.
No,
Let's put it that way.
It's just not. Okay, so you've got a new offensive coordinator in Shane Waldron, who has been around. He was in Seattle, and then he came up under McVay with the Rams. And at once upon a time, he started out with Belichick. So he's been around, and I think he's pretty good. And I think he'll be pretty good with
He'll
Caleb.
know what to do with Caleb.
And Eberflus,
The White Sox
the
are
head
3 and
coach, is
22.
actually a
What the
defensive
fuck?
coordinator, and I think he's pretty good because their defense,
White Sox
after their
fucking
bye
suck,
week,
bro.
the last 5
I
games,
wear the
if you
hat
look at
'cause
what
it's
they
Chicago,
did,
but
they were 4th in scoring defense over 5 games. Not a huge body of work, but I saw them start to percolate on
You out
defense.
tomorrow or what?
And they have tradition in Chicago. Once it percolates, a gold mine of a pick, because he got Brock Bowers when he didn't need him. They needed a quarterback, but they got a difference maker in Brock Bowers.
He'll help the quarterback that they have.
Whoever they
O'Connell's the starter, which I think he'll probably wind up being. He'll help him out.
Okay. So I would have gone Brock Bowers at 9 over Rome, but I got no problem with Rome because, listen.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Draft a tight end over a wide receiver? Did he just
would have gone Brock Bowers at 9 over Rome? Whoever
I need context.
O'Connell's the starter,
I'm the type of guy
which
I
I
need
think he'll
context.
probably wind up being. He'll help him out.
Okay. So I would have gone Brock Bowers at 9 over Rome, but I got no problem with Rome because, listen, he is as polished a college receiver as you will find. He is a route runner supreme. and he's a big play, big game playmaker. He's got some of you going on, so I don't have any problem. But because I already had 2 wideouts,
Right.
I would have gone for that. And
But Keenan Allen is so injury prone, bro. I know he played a good season last year, full season last year, but man, I play fantasy football, bro. I know Keenan Allen get hurt a lot, bro. Like, why would you not draft another wide receiver outside of Keenan Allen? Who's next? Tyler motherfucking Scott? Who's next on the Bears depth chart at wide receiver? Like, come on, man.
And I know they like
They said that's insurance.
But let me push back on that. But let me push back on that.
Push
Let me push
back,
back on that in this sense, though, Brock Bowers, with what I have with a young quarterback. Now, remember now, this is the, and we do these comp things. This is
Cole
the
Kmet is
Patrick
reliable.
Mahomes, like the people have always
Cole
thought.
Kmet is
Patrick
reliable,
Mahomes in him
dude.
and all of this. I want me right now, experienced guy work in the middle of the football field to help him transition, as opposed to a Brock Bowers who's a young guy
Still trying to learn.
and right now his victory into the top 10 worthy players are being drafted was more his athletic prowess, not his shoulders up ability of understanding defenses.
I understand.
And in order for me to get the Patrick Mahomes out of Caleb Williams, I want that guy that knows the coverages, and I want to give them some room, like the Kansas City Chiefs give Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce to kind of work your jelly. If the first route ain't there, go second and third, do your thing.
Right,
and I don't know if you could connect with that with Brock Bowers right
but
away.
Brock Bowers will turn into Travis Kelce for Mahomes over time. If you
They
had
want
him
him
with
to be a
Caleb,
Sam Laporta.
it just wouldn't happen
But
immediately.
I think
Cole, that's what they want him to be.
Komet.
You know, he's
Komet
pretty
is-
good. He's
Cole
a good
Kmet is
guy.
a dog,
I know.
bro. Quit playing.
He's been very
You
productive.
Gerald Everett
gotta
behind him.
have 3 receivers. You just have to. That's
Well,
where the
hey,
league is at.
I
The league is
understand.
at 3 receivers.
Well, they got
because
them.
they want
Nobody
the
has
nickels.
these
Hey,
three.
hey.
They want the nickels and the dime out on the floor.
I understand, and you are
So we
exactly
could run that
right, but
motherfucking
when
ball
Caleb
down your
steps
throat,
out
boy.
there, boy, they
We
got
still got
and the
Khalil
beauty
Herbert
is that
and
Keenan has
Rashawn
been there and done
Johnson.
all that, and
Right.
they've already connected, and they're already
And that
playing
right
catch.
there.
You know,
and he showed up
Put
at
all
the
them D's
workout.
out
Keenan
there and play
Allen
them back
and
if you
him
want to.
and Caleb and Rome was working out last
already
week.
done
And,
it.
always been a
and
good
so
running
now
team,
that
not
little thing
besides
right there.
Justin
Yeah.
Fields
Just
and,
think Houston for a second.
Right.
C.J. Stroud,
Right.
Diggs,
Tank
what's the
Dell.
other kid? The
Collins, yeah.
and then
Nico
one
Collins.
got
Nico,
hurt.
I forgot his name too.
Tank
Nico
Dell.
Tank
motherfucking
Dell.
Collins. He's a
And the
dog.
tight
It was
end that
a
was with
rookie,
y'all
yeah.
and Schultz.
Let's
Just
talk
think
about
that.
that. CJ Stroud, Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs, and Nico Collins. They still got Robert Woods and who they tight end? Dalton Schultz from Dallas. Man, the fucking Texans is fucking stacked, bro. That's another wide receiver room I would say is up there with the Bears. The Bears, that's a good ass offensive room.
Okay.
And now they got Joe Mixon at running back.
And
That
Joe Mixon at
works,
running back.
But as far as the 3 wideouts, these 3 are pretty hard to beat.
Boy, I'm telling you, it's insane. So
these are-
when he drops back, when he makes the right read, his guys will be open. Justin Fields, he got on out of there. But
And Keyshawn, you
Or
can
God
appreciate
forbid,
this.
they tell him
I
don't
don't
run.
think that Caleb got enough
Sit in the
credit
pocket
because
and
for
try to
all
find
3 of
something.
his
There's nothing
college
better.
years, he was stuck with the worst defensive coordinator
Oh, of
in all of
course.
football.
Yeah, but-
Alex Grinch, the Grinch who stole football.
I don't care about
but he was at Oklahoma and then came with you.
I don't care about the wins and losses on Caleb's record.
But what I'm saying is,
I do,
Caleb
man.
had to
What you
win
mean you don't care
shootout
about
after
the wins?
shootout.
Playoffs,
And this
nigga.
won't be shootouts.
But he
This
was-
trust
NFC
me.
He
North
showed that he can win
champion.
shootouts.
No, I know, but after a while, it just wears on you psychologically. Like I got to score 45 to win. Seriously.
And he did.
This ain't UFC, my G. Like, we have a secondary, bro. We have competent linebackers. Yes, our D line is the glaring weakness, but I'm a Bears fan, dog. We 2 out of 3, bro. 2 out of the 3 levels of defense: the back end, the middle, and the front line. The Bears got good defenders on the secondary, good linebackers. I'll take the Bears.
What he was supposed to do in
Give me the
college. That's why
Bears.
he won the
With that
Heisman. That's
offense,
why
give
he's
me
the
the
number
Bears.
1 pick overall.
Yep.
I'm just now, after the first day of the draft, in the first 2 waves of free agency, I feel a whole lot better for him
Yeah.
than when Justin Fields left.
Which was
I
amazing.
feel a whole lot better for Caleb than when Justin Fields left the building.
And
I
which
think we
was,
got
we
Keenan
must,
after
we
we
must
got
admit
rid of
this, 'cause
Justin.
that's amazing. Because there were a lot of rumblings early
Oh, no,
on,
no,
even
we
by
did, no, we
Caleb's
did. We
own
got Keenan
dad
before we got rid
saying,
of Justin.
I don't know about letting him go.
he did.
Maybe he
He
should
did.
come back because Chicago had done some things not so well. But Chicago said, we putting our foot in it this time, and they did.
They
All
better.
right, I am
I've
dreading
ne-
the
I
next
have
topic
never seen a
because the
Chicago
other
Bears
three
offense
NFC
in my
East teams, other than the Cowboys,
30
are
years on
all
this motherfucker, bro. I've never seen no. Nah. All right, let's hear him out. The Raiders would probably take him at that point.
Michael Penix Jr. at number 8 overall.
Well, Laura, there are a lot of reasons, and there's a lot to unpack here. And I think it starts with the fact that the Falcons head coach, Raheem Morris, loved
He can't
Michael
even
Penix
believe it,
Jr.
man.
And I think that some people around
Hey,
the
God
league
bless
have
him.
no
I hope
issue
he
with
good,
taking
man.
Michael
And he
Penix
eventually
Jr.,
started.
but they took him at number 8. They could have traded back to number 10 to the New York Jets spot, gotten an extra pick, taken Penix Jr. there, but they just stayed there and took him at a spot that was very high. Now, it's
Before
all
the Bears,
upon
that's crazy.
how a coach and a front office evaluate a quarterback or any player. And clearly, the Falcons had a strong conviction on Michael Penix for a franchise that was haunted by the fact that once it moved on from Matt Ryan, it never had a quarterback to step in. And now, after signing Kirk Cousins and giving him $100 million in guaranteed money about a month ago, they go ahead and use the 8th overall pick in the draft. The other question, of course, is how they handled this with Kirk Cousins. They called him while they were on the clock to let him know. Again, that was how the news came down. Was he surprised? Yes. Was he disappointed? Obviously. But the fact of the matter is his agent, Mike McCartney, was just answering the question. Did you know in advance? No, he didn't, although they had some indication that the Falcons could go quarterback in the next 2 years. So this was the pick that had the league.
Bro, that makes no sense at all. That makes no sense at all. That makes no sense. You paid this dude $100 million guaranteed dollars for some years to say I'm gonna draft a rookie, right? They trying to do some Jordan Love shit, like have him in the cut for a little bit, gain some experience, learn from Kirk Cousins. It's one thing to learn from Aaron Rodgers, but you learn it from Kirk Cousins. No offense to bro, he in Minnesota. I know Kirk Cousins very well, but come on, man. That just don't make no fucking sense. At that, not even trade back for that. If you can't get what you want for it, damn. Why would you? All right. The question is, why would you pay him that much guaranteed money? That's the biggest. That's why everybody tripping. Like you pay him this much guaranteed money.
Buzzing.
Justin Fields went for a 6th-round pick, nigga. Like if you felt like, brother, if you felt like that, why would you?
That was the surprise pick of the night, and now we'll see how it plays out with Michael Penix being
it too. I was at work listening to that shit. They called
24
it.
years old already. And now, if he's on the bench for a couple of years, he may not.
How old are you?
24 years old already.
24.
And now, if he's on the bench.
This nigga 24 years old, bro. He is 24 years old, bro. I'm about to get. I'm not a Falcons fan. Let the record be known. I'm not a fucking Falcons fan, bro. But they said he 24 years old. Coming off of no, I need to remember how big that is. For Twitter. No, not ESPN. Fucking Google, bro. Fucking Google, dog. Remember, Pittsburgh got Justin Fields for a 6th-round conditional pick, bro. God damn it, I can't tell. Justin fucking Fields, nigga. $25, bro. The man's 25 years old, man. Caleb Williams, 22. Man, Kirk Cousins. Bro, they say this dude is 35 years old. So you mean to tell me this is alley-oop for a Falcons fan, bro? But you mean to tell me that they spent a high first round draft pick, bro? Man, the Bears could have got that and then drafted Rome Odunze and Dallas Turner Latu on the edge. You mean to tell me they gave up a first round pick for a 24-year-old quarterback coming off of a major injury or had a major injury when they could have got Justin Fields for a small pick, small draft compensation, had their starting quarterback for the year or backup quarterback, goddamn it, if something happened to Kirk Cousins. Nigga, I could make better plays than Madden, bro.
For a couple of years, he may not be called upon until he's 26, 27 years old.
The clock certainly a bit.
Who
Until he's
whistled?
26, 27 years old.
The
He's 24 years old already, and now if he's on the bench for a couple of years, he may not be called upon.
So that means eventually they're going to have to draft another quarterback. Eventually they're going to have to draft another quarterback. If Kirk Cousins eventually, like, he's 35 years old, let's say in 3 years, when bro is 27 years old, let's say he doesn't pan out well, eventually the Falcons are going to have to draft another quarterback. Or spend money in free agency. They could have went to another position, like I hear they need pass rushers.
Until he's 26, 27 years old.
The clock certainly a big piece of all
That
this,
whistle
but
is
Adam, as you
crazy every
alluded to,
time.
there's many layers to it that we'll dive into right here. The Falcons are the first team in the common draft era to add a 4-time Pro Bowl quarterback in the same offseason as they end up drafting a new one. Mina, you like the move?
I don't. I hate starting the show with a negative take, but I have a lot of
What's
issues
his
with it, and I'm
contract?
very confused by it, honestly,
I ain't
even
gonna
after
stop
hearing
this
some of the
thing, I don't know.
explanations. A couple
Look at my
things
phone. What the fuck
to
is
me
his
stand
contract?
out. One is the opportunity cost. Look, if I'm Kirk Cousins, I'm not upset because they're bringing in competition. I'm upset
talk
because
about-
I thought we were trying to win the NFC South, and we missed out on the opportunity to upgrade a pass
Add
rush that I
weapons.
think we all agree might be the worst in the
A
NFL. and it has been
4-year,
for a
$180
while.
million.
The second thing I
4
think
years.
I am just still struggling to wrap my mind around is the timeline of it all, which of course you guys alluded to. So the best
that
case
cap hit is
scenario, as I
front-loaded, bro, they
understand it,
fucked.
is that they move on from Cousins after a couple of years.
By the time if the cap of that 100 million guaranteed is front loaded, that means while they're in limbo between Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix, they have no cap space to add to the team, the spots that they need. That's why I'm glad my GM is Ryan Poles, man, because that's crazy.
Even
That's
at that
crazy.
point, you're still taking a $25 million cap hit. So you lose out on a lot of the benefit of having the quarterback on the rookie contract. And, as Adam said, by that time, he would be 26. In the common draft era, do you know how many first-round quarterbacks made their first professional start at age 25 or older?
6.
2. Woo! Brandon Weeden and Chad Pennington. That's it. So for this to work out, Penix would have to be a historical aberration.
Well, I think the historical aberration is one thing, but I do believe history plays into this as well. Raheem Morris got his opportunity to be a head coach when he was extremely
Shit, did
young.
we play the
And you know who
Falcons
his
this
quarterback was? Josh Freeman, right? And Josh Freeman wasn't a good NFL quarterback, and he realized by not having a good NFL quarterback, he lost his job.
Got no shot.
And so your experiences create your decisions or force your decisions as you grow older. And so now getting this chance, he's like, we're going to have a quarterback right now, and I'm going to have a succession plan. I'm not going to be stuck where Mike Tomlin was stuck after Ben Roethlisberger, who was still making the playoffs still with Kenny stuck. Pickett. And because he's been making the playoffs with Kenny Pickett, he's never gotten a pick high enough to get a quarterback that's as good as Big Ben to be the successor to him.
Right.
And so I believe that was the reason that someone like Raheem Morris says, okay,
got the
I'm at
Holmes
number
and- oh,
8.
yeah, we need
I
the
view
Holmes
this
and
guy
Raheem
in the
Morris.
same sort of category as a Caleb Williams or a Jaden Daniels. He's in my top 3, so
Damn,
I'm
we
going to
don't
get
play
him
the
now.
Falcons,
Now,
fuck.
I don't agree with the move. I believe
play
you
the
go and get the
AFC
pass
the
rusher,
NFC
and along
West.
with Kirk Cousins, go out and try to win the NFC South
Minus
right now.
Cardinals. We
He
get to see
believes
Marvin
with
Harrison
Kirk
Jr.,
Cousins,
okay.
he's good enough to do that.
We
They
play the
worked to
Commanders.
get back into the first round
Brandon,
and
we
couldn't
play
find
the
a trade
Commanders
partner.
again. Let's
Would
go.
I have done it if I was the GM?
We play Houston
Absolutely
Boxers.
not.
Appreciate you for
Do I
sliding through
understand
the stream,
that
man.
our scars make us
play
who
y'all
we
for
are
sure.
today? I do.
In Houston,
And I think
I'ma
that
try to
went
get
into
the
this
homies,
decision.
we gonna
Mark,
go to
hold up on the
game.
tape real quick. Okay, so a couple things. First of all, this is the perfect example of what's the hardest job, in my opinion, of a general manager. You have to do now and the future.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And I like, here's my pushback with the pass rusher philosophy.
Before you say that, I'm just so glad Ryan Poles is my GM because he looked at the present and the future in his decision to get rid of Justin Fields. Me as a fanatic, I said keep Justin Fields, get Marvin Harrison Jr. and get a pass rusher and run it back. Nah, man, the cap space that we could have on a rookie contract, Justin Fields 5th-year option was like 20-something million plus. Nah, man, we can use that to re-sign somebody who ball out this. Let's say Kyler Gordon has a crazy season. You know what I'm saying? Jaquan Brisker has a fucking crazy season. And we gotta they coming up off at the end of their rookie contracts. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have to spend some money to re-sign them. We take a phenom like Caleb Williams instead of picking up that 5th-year option. We thinking about the present and the future. I'm so glad Ryan Poles is my GM. I ain't gonna lie.
What happens if Atlanta and Terry Fontenot, their general manager, had Michael Penix as the second best quarterback in this draft, neck and neck with Jaden Daniels, and the top 3 player, and the pass rusher at 20?
Yeah.
Take the pass rusher at 8 just because we need a pass rusher? Happens if Atlanta and Terry Fontenot, their general manager, had Michael Penix as the second best quarterback in this draft, neck and neck with Jaden Daniels,
the
and the
pass
top
rusher
3
they
player,
got?
and the pass rusher at 20?
Yeah.
Take the pass rusher at 8 just because we need a pass
Who
rusher?
is the pass rusher?
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it sounds like, I don't know if they had him at 20, if they were trying to trade up. I don't know exactly where
It
they
was-
were
it was
coming.
Thank
20,
you.
but
Why
yeah,
why would you
And
fucking
also the best pass rusher of the draft to them as
I think what you're really asking is, like, because I'm
Hold
sure
on,
a
bro.
lot of teams probably had, you know, these quarterbacks ranked high on their boards, but you don't take a quarterback when you already have an expensive quarterback. So the question you're really asking is, how much do you have to have invested in the quarterback to not take the best player available?
But here, okay, I get that. Here's my thing with the quarterback. When you find and you've identified a quarterback that you think is that good, and in their words, threw the ball at a pro day.
Yeah.
The
No,
same that
he-
we watched
Michael
Matthew
Penix is a good
Stafford, who we all
quarterback.
can
Don't
agree
get
is
it
one of the better
twisted. Don't
throwers
get
of
it
the ball
twisted.
in this league.
He's a good
Like,
quarterback.
the talent is there. And
Just
when
the
you watch that
situation.
tape, you sit there and I go, yeah, I understand how you could want to add that player for the future.
So my thing is, like, to be clear, I don't think this is an indictment on Michael Penix Jr.
Yeah,
like
nah.
y'all said, we saw him have a phenomenal
That
season
boy good. He
this
good.
past year. You could
Yeah, I saw
justify
him.
taking
Yeah.
him, even
Roma
if it's a
Dunze,
flyer,
like,
based
come
on
on,
what
man.
he did this year. Obviously, the
Boy
injuries
good.
are why we talked about him kind of negatively in this process. But imagine Michael Penix at 21 years old and have the season he had at Washington. He'd have been in the conversation with Caleb and Jaden Daniels. So cool.
Yeah, he good. We not
The
saying
elephant
he
in the
ain't
room
cool.
is that you gave a quarterback $100 million a month and a half ago.
That's what we talking about, bro. 4 years. A 35-year-old dude
Logic,
coming off an
and
Achilles
what
injury.
you had Michael Penix ranked on your board, you just paid 100 M's guaranteed to a
That means
quarterback.
that
for
means
people
he
to come on
good. That means
television
that's
and
your
not
dude.
feel like that's bizarre. It is crazy. This is the first time we've ever seen anything like this.
It was bizarre, even if you can figure
Hey,
out where they came from.
They
One thing I
crossfaded
would
like
say,
I
we're going
am,
to talk
bro.
about
That's
this
the only
later on in
reason
the
you can
show,
make
so
that
don't miss
trade.
that because there's
You
a lot more to
playing
get
Madden, you
to.
crossfaded,
If the
you had
Falcons
long
in that
day at work,
division
you
struggled
smoking, thank you,
defensively,
man.
and it's
Fuck
because
it.
they didn't get a
Let's
pass
get a-
rusher or
let's
some
get a
pass rush help,
quarterback.
people are going to say, point back to the draft.
That's crazy. Bro, we instant contenders, bro. Like,
Joy,
instant.
did the Bears
We won a
draft
Super
make
Bowl
them
already, bro.
instant playoff contenders? Phenomenal draft.
Yeah, I think it did. I think they were contenders before the draft. Obviously, we all knew Caleb Williams was going there, but to also get Rome Odunze is incredible. I don't want to get too crazy with the expectations and the demands that we
No,
have on
I'm
this
getting
team,
crazy.
but I think the horses have probably already left the barn
Stay
on that.
tuned.
This
I'm
is a
saying
very
some wild
tough
shit.
division.
Every
And
game,
I'm not
win
with
or
everyone on the
loss.
Lions and the Packers taking a significant step back. But we do know there are always new teams that are entering the playoffs every single year. There's turnover, there's injuries, there's things that we don't expect happening. So I think that they should be contending for a playoff spot. They are a very unique team to pick number one overall for a lot of reasons. And Ryan Poles has played an instrumental part in the position that
That's
they are
my
in.
dog.
Obviously, they weren't the worst team in the league last year. That was the Panthers. So they really are kind of a confusing space. Like, they have the number one overall pick, but they won some games last year, so they shouldn't have been
Not a
in that
terrible team.
position. But what he's done,
Come on,
Ryan
Shady,
Poles,
talk
is
about
really incredible. He's really set them up for success in a really significant way. Obviously, one's going way back where we were arguing about whether they should stick with Fields again, but staying with Fields and trading that number one pick to acquire DJ Moore. Then Justin Fields starts. You not only give him a final opportunity to show what he's capable of doing, but you win some games, put him in a good position.
I wouldn't call that a good opportunity, and I wouldn't call that a good position. Even with DJ Moore, the play calling was atrocious. The play calling was terrible. Game manage. Let's see what our defense can do. Let's scout our defense. That's what it seemed like. Don't look. Caleb Williams is my guy now. But don't sit here and say Justin Fields had a fair fucking shot. That's crazy to say.
You secure the number one overall pick because of the trades you made with DJ Moore. Now, that was a little bit of luck, but luck favors the prepared and the brave. So there you go. Now you have the number one
Ain't no
overall
luck
pick,
with
and
Ryan
Caleb Williams
Poles,
is in this
baby.
draft. Amazing. You get Keenan Allen, you get DeAndre Swift, then you trade Fields, which was controversial. There were a lot of people in Chicago that wanted them to stick with Fields. He went for it, which I think, obviously, and we all think at this point, was the right move to make. But you do right by him, sending him to the Steelers, which is a good organization where he will probably get an opportunity. And now you have Caleb Williams, which we all knew was going to happen, but you get Odunze.
It's a nice night.
A really incredible stretch for Ryan Poles. I'm excited to see what they do. I think that the moves that they've made that I just outlined, along with the fact that you have what we all think is a generational player, you're pairing him with another exciting, really talented rookie. You saw them last night, excited to play together. Again, I think this is going to be one of the toughest divisions in
dog,
football, but
Literally
if they
husky,
can
man.
get things right and get things rolling, I don't see why they wouldn't be competing for a playoff spot.
No, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I'll take it a step further. I think they should compete for a playoff spot. I think they should compete in the division. I went back and did some homework in regards to what Joy was mentioning earlier. When I think about the 2022 playoff picture versus the 2023 playoff picture, and I think about those NFC teams particularly, remember the Eagles and the Niners, they played each other in the championship game. Remember the Vikings lost to the Giants in the first round of the playoffs. Remember the Seahawks, they were in the playoffs as well. So I thought to myself, wait, the Seahawks will likely get better. Geno Smith, they wrote him off. He didn't write back. I thought, well, the Giants will
Shane
get
Waldron,
better. Daniel
Chicago.
Jones had 23 touchdowns total, only 5 interceptions. I thought to myself, the Cowboys, their roster is stacked. The Eagles, surely Jalen Hurts is going to build on his
Cowboys
all-pro
are
season.
Cowboys, though.
The Vikings, they look like they're in good hands.
Fuck
Their
the
coach is a
Vikings,
young
nigga.
coach. He's going to ascend. But family, what happened in 2023? Only 2 of those teams got better. The Eagles got substantially worse. The Vikings, they got injured and they got substantially worse. The Cowboys, they got their doors blown off in the playoffs. They got worse. The Vikings
Let's
took
get a
major
Super
step
Bowl,
back.
Chicago,
Seahawks
bro.
took a
Come
step
on,
back.
man.
Giants
You
took a
think
step
it's
back.
underrated,
The Bucks and the Niners got better.
Maybe
and you
not
could
this
argue
year.
marginally
Maybe not this year,
got
but,
better because
yo.
the Niners, who knows if they would have been in the Super Bowl if Brock Purdy didn't get hurt the year before. I say that to say
Next year,
teams going to be out of there. Teams that were in the playoff picture in the NFC will not be in the playoff picture. I think the Chicago Bears are a team that will ascend. They should ascend. Offensively, not only do you have Allen, Swift, DJ Moore, Odunze, but they do different things. Like
Well, you
Keenan
didn't
Allen,
even
he's
list
not
all
taking the
the
top
players
off of a
yet, bro.
defense, but 8 to 12 yards, he's getting
Yeah,
busy.
list the whole
Then DJ
arsenal.
Moore, he's taking the top off of defense. Then Odunze can do a little bit of everything in between. He'll attack the middle of the field. Then you have Komet, you have
But we got a speedster over there who that's not the one that's gonna take the top off. That fourth receiver.
You have Everett. You have depth offensively, and I love that a defensive-minded coach did it. After Week 10, the Bears had the #1 scoring defense in football. Eberflus is saying, I'll cover my defensive side of the ball. Offense, y'all have no excuse. I trust the Bears to not only compete for the playoffs.
I like
trust them,
that.
Shady, to compete in
I
the
like
NFC North.
that.
What you think, though? I said a lot.
I'm not looking for that. I mean, these guys are rookies.
I don't like
so I
Shady's
don't see them
fucking take, bro. Shady
contending
has
for
the
a
worst
playoff
takes,
now,
bro.
CJ Stroud, that did happen, so anything is possible. But that list you just showed, I didn't see teams depending on rookies to carry their team. That matters, though. You talking about rookies coming in from college, you go to school, right?
That's why I say, what the fuck is he talking about? Rookies to carry the team? Bro, what are you talking about, dog? There's nothing rookie about our defense. They on rookie contracts. But you got veterans, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet. Gerald Everett that the rookies can work around. We're not relying on the rookies. We know the rookies gonna be the rookies, but we surrounded our rookies with a healthy, accomplished group of veterans, bro. Like, what is he talking?
Where you got practice and then it's chill.
Shady.
In the NFL, it's just your job. And I just know how hard it was for me as a rookie,
Hold
right?
on,
Contending for playoffs and all that. Now, CJ Stroud, that did happen, so anything is possible.
He
but
looked fly though.
that list you just showed, I didn't see teams depending on rookies to carry their team. That matters though. You talking about rookies coming in from college, you go to school, right? You got practice and then it's chill. In the NFL, it's just your job. And I just know how hard it was for me as a rookie, right? Let alone being a quarterback. So I disagree. I think
Bro,
the
you a
second
running
year,
back, bro,
you know,
chill.
I see some real pushing
Hit
for the
the gap
playoffs,
and do
pushing
your
for that
job,
division.
bro.
And I never really judge rookies. So if you could be like CJ Stroud and take your team to playoffs, yo, hats off to you. But I just don't see just coming in there and just because we make some good draft picks with the quarterback and wide receiver, and we're just going to automatically just be in the playoffs. I don't think.
Let me ask you this.
You know how he goofy for saying that? Because he neglecting all the free agency additions that we added. We addressed the line in free agency with some very unknown picks, even to myself, who are these niggas? But I trust the guy in charge. You know what I'm saying? We added DeAndre Swift to lead our backfield of already proven guys like Khalil Herbert, Roshan Johnson, who, you know what I'm saying, he a young dude, but he a power runner, bro. He gonna hit that motherfucking hole, bro. And then we added Gerald Everett to Cole Komet side. You know what I'm saying? So if we go to a set where we got some motherfucking 2 tight ends and 3 wideouts, shit. Them rookies, them 2 rookies out of that whole lineup is gonna be
2-5. Last 8 games for the Chicago Bears, they were 5-3. Their 3 losses were to all playoff teams. I believe they were by 1 possession. They were to the Packers, they were to the Lions, and they were to.
We should have won that Lions game.
Browns.
We should have won that
Justin
fucking
Fields, the
Broncos
quarterback who
game
Anybody
too,
on
bro.
national television, obviously you were most critical of. You don't like his game.
He's not that good. Yeah.
So the Bears were a 7-win team with Fields, 5-3 their
Play
last
calling.
8. I don't know that Caleb has to come in there and be Superman.
Yeah.
I think Caleb can come in there and be an above
That's what they
average
gonna
player.
coach him, bro.
And with that talent on that
No,
roster,
Caleb
and
Williams
there
gonna
should
be who the
expectations.
fuck
I don't
y'all
think he
said
has
he
to
was.
carry them. So based upon that,
What you gotta say,
I just don't
Shady?
think it's that simple. I don't think it's that simple as, okay, an average quarterback has a lot of talent as far as his athletic abilities, right? He leaves, and then you put a really good quarterback from college into the pros and make it happen. I don't think it works just like that, right? The coach is going to call the game different for this rookie quarterback that just got there. The same way they call the game differently for Justin Fields when he just got there. This is how it works. So I just think, I'm not saying you.
I'm sorry. Hold on. No, you know what?
Wrong, or because he could go out there and ball out and they could be in the playoffs. I'm just saying, the way I see it, I don't think it's that easy. And
will he be worse than Fields, you think?
I don't know. He's a rookie. I don't know.
Okay, fair,
right?
fair.
Because like
The shit that he said about Justin Fields, and for him to say that is crazy, bro.
we can sit here and go these numbers of good quarterbacks like Trubisky. He plays a rookie, right?
Yeah, of course.
And we thought he was good.
Yeah.
And he wasn't. He was awful. Peyton Manning, he was awful.
Trubisky first season he was good because the play calling was a little different. I don't know, that Bears season when Trubisky was in and Matt Nagy first year, that was a magical year. Maybe it was Khalil Mack in that defense, bro. But it was something about and Eddie Jackson, you know what I'm saying? I know he gone, but shout out to Eddie Jackson. But it was something about that Bears defense around that time, man. It just, man, that double doink, bro.
Was a rookie.
But
then he became to be good.
To that point.
This is up and down. You never know.
But let me ask you, to that point, obviously my brother was on the Bears teams with Mitch Trubisky. They did go 12-4 while Mitch was there. Yeah. They did go to the playoffs while Mitch was there. Right. It was not all because of Mitch. Mitch had a good year the year they went 12-4. I think he was there.
I ain't gonna lie. Mitch led a hell of a drive, a final drive to put Cody Parkey's bitch ass in position to kick that game-winning field goal, bro. So that year was kind of weird, man. I don't know, bro. That year was weird,
and not
man.
only that, they had a great defense. Mitch didn't have to do everything.
A great defense.
But
A great
the
defense
point
that
being is, the quarterback didn't have to carry the team. Had a
Right, but what Shady
phenomenal
is talking
team.
about is the rookie.
Nigga, when in Chicago Bears history has we had a quarterback? I'm sorry, Paul.
rookiness of it all.
When
I
have
just
we ever
love
had a
it.
quarterback
You can
that
tell we have
carried
an
the team? Our
all-decade
defense
player
do
on
our
the desk
thing,
because
bro.
he's like, you're gonna have to show me.
Defense
Like
always
it doesn't
been
matter. I don't care. I don't give a
It'd be
damn
hard.
when you were drafted. I love.
Amazing helps Anthony through night classes. Amazing starts at CSL Plasma. Donate plasma today and receive up to $700 your first month. You can help create medicines that save lives while making a difference in your own. CSL Plasma. Do the amazing.
Cybersecurity is a career path that requires extensive technical skills. Or is it? Right now.
I love your very reasonable, well thought out take, Shady, because
Why you make this dude feel like his shit was thought out like that? Why you empower this nigga to keep talking crazy, bro?
I think, like, can we just be cautiously optimistic with the Bears?
Why you a hater, bro? What you constantly optimistic about? What? Keep the expectations high and then bring fire down when they don't meet them expectations, bro.
Is that
All
okay?
the talk,
Like, why?
you can't switch up. All the talk was about Justin Fields not being that dude. Get Caleb Williams, the Bears going blah blah blah. What? Now you get him. Now ESPN want. You know what? They supposed to do that. My bad for falling
I
for this
refuse to
open
go
book.
0 to 60. I'm so excited about the
Two
Bears. I
people
don't need
for
to
'em, two
repeat
people
everything
against
that y'all just said because you did a great job. I'll just mention Montez Sweat. Everybody this weekend is going to be like, the Bears don't have a second-round pick. Yeah, they do. His name's Montez Sweat. He helped turn their defense around. There's so much to be excited
And
about.
we paid that man.
But we can
good.
still just wait and be cautiously optimistic and say they play a fourth-place schedule. They have a rare quarterback running the show now, and they have a chance. I think the Bears have a chance to be in the playoff mix. To expect it, or certainly to expect them to win the division in a division with two teams that made the playoffs last year, it's not to say that they can't do it. I just don't think it's fair. And I know it's the NFL, but that's just, it is really hard to win. And we did a whole conversation about this like a week or two ago,
It's
Joy,
hard to
where
win when
this
you
is a
ain't
culture
stacked
that's
like
not
we
used
stacked,
to it.
boy.
This is a head coach that's not used to it. Shane Waldron, the offensive coordinator, he's experienced, but not here. He's never done this. How is he going to work with Caleb and Matt Eberflus? I hate to bring this up because it's such a cop-out, but injuries will play a role in this.
But I think
Okay, that's
the
just
premise
you
you
just
built
hating.
is
You
flawed.
wishing
'Cause you said
downfall
I'm
on
not
my
gonna go from 0 to
guys,
60.
man.
That's assuming the Bears are at 0. If the Bears were at 0, I'd agree with Shady. I would agree with you.
The Bears
I don't
were
expect
going
Caleb to
20 in a school zone. How's that? They were going 25.
I think that the Bears at the end of the season, particularly after Montez Sweat was acquired from Washington, I think they were a competent football team. Their record shows it as well.
I'm glad you said competent.
Yeah, they
Don't
weren't
oversell
they weren't
it.
world beaters.
Yeah.
I'm not at all overselling it. But they were a competent football team. I'm not exclusively depending upon a Dunze, but DJ Moore got busy in Carolina, came to a new city with a new coach, got busy again. Keenan Allen gets busy with every quarterback, with every offensive coordinator. So what I'm suggesting is that, like, the Bears are equipped to compete. I don't expect them to win the division, but I think they are equipped to compete.
What about this? And this last thing. This is gonna be a whole new offense, right? New quarterback, new wide receivers, college wide receivers. Keenan Allen's a new wide receiver, right? New running back. Does that matter? I mean, I'm just saying, we talk about just playing this game of football, like, that means something. And then our leader, right? Our leader, he coming from college. And I think he's a phenomenal player. I think he's going to have a tremendous...
The leader this year isn't going to be Caleb Williams, bro. The leader this year is going to be Shane Waldron. Because Eberflus got the defense. I know we got a new defensive coordinator, but Eberflus got the defense. That's his thing. Shane Waldron is going to be the leader of this team. He has to coordinate this. He has to get this man to coordinate all these guys into schemes that will get them 6+ points. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
NFL career. I can see him being all pro and all decade and all that. I can see Caleb Williams being that good. But I said he got to get there, though, because he's coming into a whole new thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
we be
think
talking about it.
expectations and capabilities are two different things. To me, I do not expect them to win the division.
Yeah, I
don't
agree.
even expect them to make the playoffs necessarily. I do think that they are fully capable of it. I think that the roster, the moves that they've made, what they put around them, the fact that they were competent at the end of the season, the fact that they weren't the worst team in the league just because they were picking number one does not mean that they were actually that bad. I think all of those factors would make me feel comfortable about saying that they could be competing for both of those things, in fact, because there are going to be some changes about who wins the division. There are going to be some changes of who's in the playoffs. All those things are possible. But I am also simultaneously with Shady, which is I'm just going to enjoy watching this. I don't need to or expect anything from rookies, and I don't think that is
Because you're not
an
a
indictment
fan.
of how good I think
That's
Caleb Williams
why.
is
'Cause
going
you're not
to
a
be. I think he's
Bears
going to be
fan.
spectacular.
Bears
I'm excited to see him in the NFL.
down,
I also think the NFL is a different sport. It is a different speed. You are playing against professional players who are all grown men, some of whom have played with each other for many years. They know what to anticipate. They study tape differently. They're used to their routines. They're used to their systems. All those things matter. So I think that because they are in sort of a unique situation with the roster moves that they've made, with what they've put around him, with the fact that they weren't a traditional #1 overall pick, it's not unrealistic to be optimistic about them
And I guess,
competing for the playoffs.
I guess I look at it the exact same way as you. I just come to a different conclusion. Because if I think I'm capable of doing something, then I expect me to do it. If I don't think I'm capable of it, I don't expect it. Hence, like the Lakers, which we'll talk about later. I think Joy, me, you, James, Shady, we all different. I didn't even think the Lakers were capable of beating the Nuggets. Hence why I didn't expect it.
But what makes you, because we are talking specifically about the rookie nature of it. We're not talking about the roster. Like if it was, we're specifically talking about the rookiness of it all. So you don't think that doesn't shade your opinion about what you expect from them at all?
It does. To Shady's point, kind of trying to bridge the gap of the tension between Shady and I's take is, I just need Caleb to play at an above average level. So if I needed Caleb to play at a CJ Stroud level, then I'd be a little bit more worried. I don't need him to play at Stroud level. I need him to play at plus 25% of Justin Fields, which I believe Caleb is playing at. I think if you put Fields on this Bears roster, I think they win 8.5 to 9 games. Now,
I don't believe that. Not with Waldron coordinating the offense. I don't believe that. I don't believe the Bears will win 8 and 9 games with this offense right here. If you had Justin Fields, Roma Dunze, I mean that would hypothetically mean you didn't draft fucking quarterback. So that means you would have Marvin Harrison Jr. and a pass rusher. But whatever.
Now if you're putting Caleb Williams on this Bears roster, I think they win 9 to 11 games.
But 9 and 11 is a massive difference in the NFL.
Correct.
Colossal difference.
Correct. But as we all know, 24% of games are divided by 3 points or less. That's why I'm just giving it like
But that's why I don't care about how close you are. If you miss a field goal to make the playoffs at the end of the season, that's
matters.
Different. But losing 4 games close means you're not a good football team. That's insane. That is the difference that we're talking about here. So going from 9 games or 7 games to 11 games, that is a whole different world. 7 games to 11 games is a whole
because a good football team gonna win those close games. Their quarterback is gonna make the plays at the end of the game to put the team in position. Their defense is gonna stop the opposing team to get that W. So if you lose like the Bears last year, if you lose those close games, that means you're not a good football team. This year, the Bears has high expectations. They should win these games. If they close in, they should win. That would take you from a 7 to 8 win team to a 11 to 12 win team.
Different world.
I guess when I look at, and I know, I look at it defensively. Preparing for the Bears 2023 football team versus the Bears 2024 offensive football team, totally different.
Sure.
Because when I go out there and I'm defensively preparing for now DeAndre Swift in the backfield, and then I got to prepare for Keenan Allen on top of DJ Moore, and now you just said Roma Dunze is the 3rd best wide receiver. So now my nickel back got to be as good as a Dunze. Then because they're all different players, Keenan can play in the slot. Dunze can play in the slot. DJ can play in the slot, and they can all play on the outside as well. So just defensively, I'm like, that just became a much bigger
And who has to run this?
Waldron. Oh, you're talking about Caleb.
And
I'm
Caleb.
talking about OC.
But see, like, Caleb got drafted so high because he has that generational talent, right? For the future, the potential. I think that potential, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Not in the first year. I don't never judge rookies because I know how hard it is. These guys I played with that I didn't think was that good as rookies. And then the next year, I'm like, he is pretty good. Oh, no wonder they drafted him high. It happens all the time. So I just feel like with Caleb Williams, I mean, we're looking at his talent, right, and his potential. It's like, they should just be a way better team. But you got to look at everything that counts for that. It's like, the coach is going to be different. The way we coach this dude from first Justin Fields. And it's all new receivers. Like, for example, I got to learn what's your best route. I got to learn what you like, but I got to learn how to run. All that matters, and you're a rookie doing that. For me, I think when we see a guy like CJ Stroud do it, we think everybody can do it. We don't know if CJ Stroud is going to keep going on that level, right? We think he is.
See, bro, shows like this are whack because they forcing people to have a fucking different opinion. You could have cut this whole segment in half by just having these motherfuckers that speak to the facts of what's going on right now. Because this dude was over here talking all this stuff all season about why the Bears should trade Justin Fields, how Justin Fields is so trash, and how Caleb Williams was this dude, the savior of the Bears. You know what I'm saying? Now that the Bears got him, now he's the dude with the hot crazy take. If that's his role, that's his role. But come on, man. Why am I taking this dude serious? That's why I say LaShawn McCoy always Shady McCoy, man, he DraftKings, that's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But come on, bro. They compiled this.
Williams delivers across the middle, and the catch is made.
Homa. Now they have thrown it a lot, and they will here. Williams.
Oh, he hits the Doomsday. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Okay.
Just an absolutely
this is him in Oklahoma, though.
Outside for Marvin Mims.
17. They lead 31-7. Play action here. Williams setting up. Going
Young
downtown.
man.
Mims is there.
What? DJ Moore, touchdown. Let's go.
Played Adrian Peterson had a huge fourth quarter.
Look at him in the pocket. Just DJ Moore, touchdown. Let's do it. Number 0, DeAndre Swift. Play fake. Oh, DJ Moore, touchdown. Let's go.
His original path and go track the football. Second and goal. Pressure comes.
Little Caleb just doing it. Dog gives a Cole Komet touchdown.
They beat the blitz. Farouk in motion. Williams to the end.
Oh, DJ Moore, another touchdown. No, Keenan Allen on the slant right there. Keenan Allen, get him.
Texas Tech territory. Play action again for Williams. And throwing deep. Got a receiver.
Oh, let's go.
Well, it's been the Mario Williams show here so far. Good protection by the offensive line.
Good ball placement.
Williams finds his target. Game. Free runner came, and a beautiful jumping grab.
Helmet off.
Steps up, late pressure, delivers across the middle, and the
He's gonna find him.
third PI. First down now, play action. Williams steps up, delivers across the middle, and it's Willis.
The coach's box, he's making sure everybody's got their assignment.
Second and 6, Williams back shoulder fake, caught, touchdown.
You know, listen, this is a program in
This
Texas
is
Tech. Imagine
Oklahoma.
being Matt Wells.
Williams pulls it out.
Ooh.
Caught, touchdown, Hall. Pressure, launch to the end zone, one-on-one, caught, touchdown.
Ramadunze, 1-on-1.
Once again, jump ball end zone, battle, catch made.
Highlights of that coming up. Meanwhile, second down and 5 for Caleb Williams. And a diving catch for a touchdown by Drake Stoops. 4 touchdown passes to 4 different receivers for Caleb Williams.
Well, I asked this week, Lincoln Riley about.
And it's 6. Here's Williams. Lines up over the middle.
Yo, that's our guy, man.
Inside the 15.
For TCU, one of the worst in the country in that department. Play action, Williams across the middle. End zone, touchdown.
Here's Williams on third down at 5. Finds an open receiver, Eric Gray.
That much time. Look at that. Look at that
Surveys,
time.
fires, complete.
There's 3 more
Williams
versions.
looking over the middle, and it's caught. First, Eric Gray in that role, just the 6th catch for Brooks. They fake it to him, fire down the middle, and it's Dugner.
That's some Cole Komet type shit.
Underneath. Play action, ball zipped and the catch made. Get it off on 3rd and 4. And that is the catch made by.
Show some USC in the pocket.
Zips the ball into by Blue Kelly. That's leaves the backfield.
He already. Oh, everybody must have told
And
that.
that is the catch made by.
That's impressive. I ain't really seen too much of Oklahoma shit.
Zips the ball into trap. He took over the reins of the offense a week and a half ago in that OU Texas game complete.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Caleb Williams rips it down the middle.
Best play designer in the country and a formation wizard. And right now,
he's along one more time.
Bertrand has been everywhere. Now Williams looking straight down the middle of the defense and has it.
Jones leaves the backfield. Again, Williams with a lot of time. Look at that throw. Watch this. You just admire this.
It is so beautiful. The only spot. Look at that.
Justin Fields do shit like that too. This ain't. Yeah, not Justin Fields with Moriarty.
A dart down the middle for Addison.
This is a Shane Waldron offense. This is what we gonna be seeing, bro.
Yes, sir. Good first down play.
Yo, the Bears are back, baby.
And the second down shot to Washington.
The Bears are fucking back, baby.
Williams steps into his throw. Touchdown.
We running shit.
Touches of the
What is this, 2024? Get rid of that. Yeah. Y'all can have it late 2030. We'll get back late 2030, baby. Y'all about to sign out. Shout out to my boy Brandon sliding through. Boxes from H-Town, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you sliding through, man. Hope you come back for the NFL season, man.
This football, look at the coverage right here.
Hey, bear down, bro.
He's looking at, and he throws it to a spot.